Hello, it's me. I'm back. I have such a headache. I did not realize how noisy it was inside that place. I'm looking over here. Pretty sure my camera's here. Hello. Yeah, I'm not very good at using my phone as a camera, honestly. I picked up a few cute things. Ignore or admire the hat. I don't mind. If you went around enough things in the convention and got stamps for things, then you could spin the wheel, and I got a hat, basically. So I got this wonderful hat. I got these really cute little stickers that I'm gonna put on my Switch. We've got Leafeon and, I was gonna say Eevee. We've got Leafeon and Eevee. We have a few little patches. We've got No Face, Star Wars, The Mandalorian, or technically Boba Fett. We have a cute little space Pikachu, and we have some Appa earrings, and there was little Psyduck earrings. That is my haul. Yes, I managed to do some cute, cozy shopping while at this gaming expo. Very proud of myself. Now I'm gonna eat, gonna watch How to Get Away with Murder, and play Dinkum. That's my night. Hope your night's going well. What is this bit of hair? Okay. It's just a quick moment to appreciate these earrings. They're so cute. Oh my god. Unleash the hair and film. It's already 3:30. It took so long to script. I realized that my older videos that are, yes, 2 months old, my older videos are like 5 games each, and now I'm trying to conquer like 10 or so in a video, and I'm like, wow, the scripts are taking so much longer when they would take double the length. Maybe I should be getting quicker, but I am not. I'm just getting more into each game. I'm getting excited, and I can't control myself. Anyway, time to film. Okay, yes, I ended up changing. Welcome to my setup. I figured I would flip you around and show you what it is I do, because my camera doesn't really work. So here is the setup that you no doubt know and love. Here is the camera, and here is the screen that doesn't work. I can look through here and see everything, but this camera seems to be really awkward when I film on automatic, so I have to do manual, and I use this lovely red pillow as me, and I then try to make it so that the pillow is what's in focus, and then I sit myself down and hope for the best. Hello, it's me. I have put you on the windowsill, and there is great light right now, honestly. I think here is where I meant to look. I will try. I keep just looking at myself thinking that my camera is somehow in my eyes, and it's not. It's over here. It is 5:45. I had a very late lunch, and my partner doesn't get back from a rock climbing trip until probably 10 p.m. So my quest tonight is to try and get this all done by 10 p.m. So I've got 4 hours of time. Time is the word. Got myself a tea, got a biscuit, I've got this thing. Important thing, this. And clearly I'm procrastinating. Oh no, I've upset the plant. Yeah, so I've got about 4 hours to try and edit this. While the edit's exporting and uploading to YouTube, I then try to do the thumbnail. It usually does take me a bit longer than that, but the same picture of me, like, seems to do well when I use that, so I'll probably just use that. Actually, no, I only use that one when it's just Switch games, and this is PC and like PlayStation and Xbox, and damn it. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, it is 7. I have just finished the first edit. Basically, the first edit I go through and just pop everything out so that it's just everything that I need for the video. Now the steps are to chop it all together, get the trailer footage in, get trailer audio in if that works for it. Sometimes there's like voices and things in the trailer footage that obviously isn't very useful because then we're both talking at once. But I do find that having the trailer music can just really put everything together. It can be quite hard to find free music that goes with every game, and if you're talking about lots of games, then they won't all have the same vibe. you know, it's about the vibe of the thing. So that's it. It might be that in a couple of hours, this one's done. How good would that be? I'm gonna have another tea. I will check in again with you when it's all done, when it's a little less light out. Do the thumbnail? Do you want to see the thumbnail, or should we just check in when the video's done? I don't know. You decide. You tell me. Well, happy midnight, everyone. I actually did manage to finish the video at about 10:30. On the dot at 10:30, my partner came back, he arrived home, and we ended up chatting for about half an hour. During that time, I actually had exporting, so that worked brilliantly. But now I have had all sorts of problems with YouTube, issues with my computer being so full of stuff, and I've just worked out, well, an hour ago, I worked out how to finally get rid of all the cache from Premiere Pro, from like all of the stored stuff, all of the videos that it has just held on to. I have finally figured out how to delete everything and just clean up a whole lot of stuff, but it's still doing that, and it seems I can't do anything until that's done, because literally I had like 800 meg free on my laptop. There's something going on that's 92% complete, so in 8% time that'll be done. I'm going to restart my computer and hope that everything works so that I can make my cover art, because that won't even open right now, and upload to YouTube and go to bed. Hello, so it's 1:30 and I should not still be awake, but I had to just give up. I had to give up on doing the cover art. I had to give up on trying to get the YouTube video to upload. I even restarted my computer and it just still did the weird 0% thing. There might be an issue with the internet, I don't know, but it is an issue tomorrow. The only reason it kind of sucks is because apparently like the most people subscribe to me are online at 3 a.m. on, well, now I guess like in 2 hours time. The most amount of my subscribers are online, like for the week, the most online then. So I'm like, oh great, I'll just set up my videos to go out then, and then maybe they'll do as good as they can do. Just can't worry about that. Can't worry about that this week. So I'm gonna go to bed and see you tomorrow for Clay and Q&A. Alrighty, welcome to Clay Time with Coco. Hello everyone. I have been trying to get into clay for a long time. I've made a few little things. So I made this little fox, this little foxy boy. I made this little cat that I still have to decorate. And I made these two cats previously, ginger one and like green and pink, and I really love the green and pink one. Wow, this needs some work doing to it. So they are my current clay things to paint, but today I might want to make another little cat. I've nicknamed these my dumpy cats, so I might want to make another dumpy cat, but I really want to try making some little mushrooms. I saw there is a clay company called Moon's Playground or Moon's Playground. One of them, I'll link it here, and they make these adorable toadstools that you can put into your like planters, into your little like fairy gnome gardens and all things like that. This clay is not going to be water resistant, so this might go terribly wrong. I figured while I do that, I will do the Q&A questions that you guys have asked. Once I've maybe made a mushroom, then I'll get to the questions. Okay, I have two little pieces. Now they have to somehow combine. So I'm going to squish it in a little bit. And then take my little tool. I'm going to make the tool wet. And mark the little areas where they're going to combine. And now I can just hope that they stick like this. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it for a bit. This is probably a good time for the first question. The first question I got was, what made you want to get into content creation seemingly out of the blue? Yeah, it was kind of out of the blue. So I have always, in my, I guess,
adult years been into content creation, and honestly since I first heard about YouTube and saw YouTube, I think I've been interested in it. The very first time I saw it was on TV on one of those like You've Been Framed or like comedy TV shows, and they were showing the best of the web, and it wasn't even a funny one. It was Charlie Is So Cool Like. So Charlie Is So Cool Like is the reason that I found out about YouTube and got into watching people on YouTube. I think from that I probably watched like Tomska, who else was around? Probably Smosh, Jenna Marbles, definitely. I remember all of the like Charlie the Unicorn and all things like that, and so I was into a lot of those things from whenever I found out about it, probably around the age of 12. And I know for one of my birthdays I asked for a little camera that had a flippy screen so that I could see myself, and my idea in my head that I didn't tell anyone was maybe I can make stuff, maybe I can put it online, and I was just too shy. I would be in my room with that camera, I'd see myself in the viewfinder, and I would just like stage fright, like just me in my room, not able to talk at all. And 5 years ago, I maybe started YouTube for the first time, where I actually put things online, and I was doing so making sustainability videos, ethical lifestyle videos. And I guess I got kind of good at it then, but it didn't really go anywhere. I wasn't great at it, and I had a full-time job and was not able to keep up with researching for videos and then also filming them and putting them out every week. I did it for a little bit, but in the end I thought this is in the too hard basket for right now, and I went to Instagram and making content there instead. And I'm not gonna say I did particularly well there either, but it gave me the tools that I think means this time round everything has gone a lot smoother, because I didn't just start from scratch, and I got a lot of my nerves out of the way then. Now I'm 28 and I've got a whole lot less of that stage fright in me because I've already done it. I totally relate to anyone that is also like, I really want to do this, but I'm just too scared or I'm too shy. It's really hard, and this has been one of the best things to get me through that. And honestly, doing this channel right now is making me more confident in my everyday life, making me more me in my everyday life. But what got me into it now? Honestly, I was watching a TV show. It was about cults. It was called Keep Sweet. It was about a cult in America. I think it was to do with the Latter-day Saints. There was a woman doing an interview about how she left and about how she was saying to herself, like, I could just go. Like, I feel trapped here, but you know what? I could just go. I could abandon everything that has been part of my life up until now, because she's born into it, and just go. And for whatever reason, that resonated with me, because I had been doing like ethical lifestyle content for such a long time and not really seeing a return, but had invested so much. And slowly I had realized that throughout everything I've been really interested in gaming, and realized that that cozy gaming niche is one that I'm really interested in, and I had this drive, this excitement to make content about it, but I knew that alongside everything else I didn't have the time. And seeing this person go through something much worse and be like, I can just go, honestly I was like, yeah, I could just stop. I could stop doing that and do this and just see what happens. And that was the biggest driving force for me to start doing it right now. Okay, I do not know if that worked, so I'm just gonna pop it down. For the best, let's try and do one that's entirely one piece and avoid all of my issues. Yes. Oh my god, I have such big pins and needles in my foot. What does the ideal cozy game look like to you? Okay. It's gonna be one really similar to a game I've just started playing. I'll talk about what I think my ideal is, and then maybe you can guess, and then I'll tell you. Okay, so the most hours played I have are definitely in Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. And so if something was a crossover between that, the best combination to me would be better characters like Stardew Valley, more farming like Stardew Valley, the mines like Stardew Valley, but the customization and potentially more of the look of Animal Crossing. I wouldn't mind too much either way about the look, but I think the customization options, Animal Crossing, the appearance, like it just looks really cute, and so I really like that. So my current game that I'm getting really into and that you'll be introduced to soon, I did like a little demo of the first time I played it, is a game called Dinkum, which seems like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, and like Minecraft if they had a baby and that baby was weirdly Australian. That is Dinkum, and it's been such a such good fun so far. Okay, let's make this into a little ball. The one thing right now, I don't love the aesthetic. I would prefer it to be a bit rounder, less Minecrafty, blocky, and more Animal Crossing round, but that is just my own personal taste. And I would love if it had brilliantly rich story like Wildflower does. But I know that with a lot of these cozy games, the minute you get story heavy, it kind of takes away from the main person's ability to just do whatever they want. So I understand that that doesn't always happen, and I would really love if Fae Farm does have more of a story to it, but I do not think it will be. Like, Wildflowers is so good in that respect that you can do a bit of mining and farming, but then you can come back to the story and do whatever it is that's important to the story. So I would really love if a game's able to do that. All right, this mushroom looks weird, but I like it. I hope that answered your question semi-coherently. I would like to know what other people's opinions are on their favourite cozy game. If you are going to cover games that don't fall under cozy, what games or other genres would you do? Look, aside from games, I'm really good at clay, so I might just turn it into a clay channel, you know? No, I would like to feature crafts and general things that I imagine cozy gamers are also interested in. Do I like this mushroom? Look, it's different, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna give it some little lines underneath. Other games. So I definitely think I will cover some creepy, some spooky. I really like action adventure games and story heavy games. So it might be that I would do a game that isn't necessarily cozy, but is story heavy, and do that on stream or as a let's play or something, because I guess I just appreciate this. Like, there are sometimes games that I can't be bothered to play or I don't have time to play, and I know that the story is the same for everyone, so I would just like to watch someone do it and find that cozy, find that being something I can relax to, so I can play Stardew while that person's playing God of War or something like that. Where is my clay? All right, okay, 2 questions. What is the meaning of life to you? And if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? Honestly, meaning of life? How dare you? I have got no clue. Look, the closest I can come. So there's a member of my partner's family, his mother, who passed away before I met her. But the closest I can get to the meaning of life is something that she passed on to my partner and something that he has passed on to me. And that is the simple idea of leaving something better than you found it. Wherever it is you go throughout life, that idea to make it better, to spread joy. When we go to the beach or the park, then we do a bit of a clean. Like, I'll take a plastic bag so that I can collect rubbish and things like that. Honestly, just spreading a bit of joy. Joy is just needed, honestly. There are so many people doing brilliant things, making leaps and bounds in technology that I feel like comes under this category as well, but also so does spreading joy and making people laugh or just making them relax on YouTube for 10 minutes. So leave it better than you found it is a good enough guiding principle for me. And oh my goodness, I was thinking about the other questions so much. Like, I should have some profound answer, like I would love for this celebrity or this person in history, but I can't stop thinking about the game Season, and I actually have this idea. If you haven't played Season, it is basically a game where you are leaving home to find out more about the world because a big change is happening, and you are going to document things about the world, how it is now, because it might not be the same after whatever has happened happens. And this character, she is riding around on a bike and she's collecting audio samples, she's taking pictures, she's basically journaling and making a scrapbook for the future. And I cannot stop thinking about it. And I actually have this plan that when I go back to England in English summer, that I'm going to ask all my family, and my family is pretty artistic. Each member of my family, I want to sit down for an afternoon with each of them. For one, learn their craft from them, even if I suck. And for two, I want to just have it being recorded, and I want to ask them about their life. I guess aside from that, or adding to it, I recently went to another relative's 100th birthday, it was really fantastic, obviously, that they'd lived such a life, and to find out so much about their life through there were these slideshows, PowerPoints, all that stuff was really great. But my great grandfather probably couldn't tell you half those things himself now, and to hear it in their words, I think is just beautiful. That's kind of my answer for if I could go to dinner with anyone. It would be my own family. It would probably be my great-grandfather 40 years ago, when all of these things were fresh in his memory, and I could ask him how it was during the war and after the war, and meeting his wife and growing a family, moving from England to Australia. All of those wonderful things that some people can tell you about now that just gets lost to the passage of time and are actually really special. Yeah. Okay. Onto my next mushroom. I want to make one with a really big tail. Let's get up another question. My question is, what is one thing you wish you could tell your younger self? Woo! Okay, let's get started on this big tail while I think about something amazing to say. Is it big enough? Yeah, I think we can work with that. All right. I don't know if I've got a lot of words of wisdom that I could tell myself. Be true to you and honest to you about the things that you love, about the things that bring you joy. I actually saw, on Instagram, there are photographs of tweets of Twitter, and there was one I saw the other day that was like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but living life to the fullest does not mean you have to go hiking. And listen, I like hiking, I do, but that just made me chuckle, because it's like, yeah, it seems like there's this way that this is how you should be living life. You should be doing X, Y, and Z to have a good life, and that's just not the case. So I would tell myself to stay weird, to not be discouraged, because I know that just throughout school I morphed from someone that was confident enough in their own skin to someone who saw if other people stood out, them getting bullied, and I just was like, okay, I wasn't necessarily bullied myself, but I saw that and it was enough to make me just shut off and hide bits of myself that I'm trying to get back and that I was happy with, that was a friend to anyone, and that anyone that kind of looked like they needed a friend, whereas now I'm probably want to do that, but I'm too shy to do that. There are even people that I met last week that I was like, they would be cool friends, and I feel like they want to be friends with me, and I just didn't do anything about it. I was like, okay, I'll deal with that next week then. And I just left. Oh, the things we learn from time. I don't know if that was a particularly good answer, so let me know down below what you guys would tell your younger selves. That would be cool. Is this gonna stay? Kinda. Okay. All right, I've got another piece of clay. I cannot describe to you how much of a dead leg I have right now, how much pins and needles, and that's happening right now. Okay, we're gonna power through. Let's make 2 small ones. That's gonna be cute. That's gonna be cute. Oh. It's the awkward stage where it's not even painful yet, but I feel like my life is over. Okay, the next question was about books. I have not read a book in so long, and that's not a brag. Come here, foot. All right, let's try this again. Let's try doing these at the same time. Oh my goodness, we're skilled. In terms of books, when I lived in London and I had to take the tube every day and mobile signal was just not a thing, that is when I got really into reading. The same author that did Gone Girl, I just read everything that she wrote and I devoured them. They were great. I loved any sort of murder mystery thriller sort of book. They were amazing. I listen to them now on Audible as well. They are still brilliant. But the only thing that I've read in the past, like say 3 years, is Peppermint Magazine, which is just the most beautiful magazine. It fills you with joy, it fills you with hope for the world. It's about greener living, better living, kinder living, being more sustainable. It tells you about people doing brilliant things and brands doing brilliant things, businesses that are doing things for good and not for their own gain. It just fills you with hope and joy, and so I have had a subscription for that for like 6 years now, and it's just the most brilliant magazine. I love it so much. I feel like I wanted smaller mushrooms than this. So the last question that I've got here is about this YouTube channel and one of my hopes for it. And gosh, I honestly have no idea. I would love for it to keep growing. I would love for it to be my space to kind of be a little bit creative and play the games I want to play. But at the moment, since playing Dinkum, I got really into that, and I would love to kind of turn that into my next wildflowers obsession, where that's what I'm talking about a whole lot here on YouTube. This is my first little mushroom. Doing cozy little let's plays and things make me really happy, and they are really fun to then edit afterwards as well, but they are really time consuming compared to doing the list videos. So I wanted to get a few more lists and things under my belt before I then focused on individual games and highlighting them. So for the short term, I guess I see myself doing more list videos and also more let's play demo style videos, not doing full playthroughs, but doing introductions to games and giving people a good idea of if it's a game that they want to play, and more reviews. But I would also love to start streaming a little bit, not a lot, maybe like once a week. Hang out with people, maybe play with people. I would really love to play through Wind Waker with everyone. I think that would just be so lovely, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I just love Wind Waker and no one else is actually interested. And aside from that, I guess I'll just see where it takes me. I guess I've got it in my head that I am moving back to the UK at some point, and I kind of want to be self-employed. And if I can have a balance where I'm creative, heck, maybe these little mushrooms really take off. Maybe everybody needs a dumpy cat in their life, and I can turn like a creative clay thing into a business. I love lino cutting. I would love to do something with stamps and lino cutting as a business. It could be that I'm then also doing gaming, and all of these things combined to make me enough of a living to not then have a full-time job doing something else. And that sounds really great to me, and I guess that's kind of what I want to work up to doing this, having hopefully a balance of things that keep me excited and interested and creative, and yeah, just having a fun time.